Growing up in a cult complicates everything. The truth matters. The truth sets us free. You're listening to Out of the Shadows with Mary Murphy. Hi, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about Jase Duggar's statement following Jase Duggar's sentencing. I saw Jase Duggar's statement on his Instagram stories on Wednesday, May 26th. Jase is 22 years old. He is number 12 of 19. Jase writes, "Yesterday, my oldest brother was sentenced to 151 months, around 12 and a half years in prison, for receiving and possessing child pornography. In my opinion, Judge Timothy L. Brooks was fair in his ruling, giving Josh a sentence that would be considered below the median for the crimes he has committed. My heart is grieved over the choices my brother has made. His actions do not reflect that of a Christian believer and have doubtlessly defamed my Lord and Savior's name. Joshua's poor decisions have greatly affected those around him, in particular his wife, 7 children, and our family as a whole. With that said, I will never stop loving my brother, regardless of what he does. Just as my Savior has forgiven me, so I have forgiven my brother of his wrongdoings. My prayer is that God will use this circumstance to truly humble him and bring about a true change in his life." End quote. This is a brave and bold statement from Jase. Jim Bob and Michelle will be pissed, excuse my French, as my proper Southern grandmother would say, as of Wednesday, and Jase making this statement, posting it publicly on Instagram. There's definitely a huge rift between Jase and other members of the family, specifically the patriarch Jim Bob Duggar. Of course, this could possibly have happened before Wednesday, long before Wednesday, whenever, however, definitely as of this post. One item is that Jase broke with the family, namely Jim Bob's stance of Josh being innocent and the advocating for Josh to receive only 5 years in prison. Jase calls out Josh for crimes for receiving and possessing child pornography. Way to go, Jase. Way to call out truth. I am proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. I know what this means. I know what it's like, and I know what it means for you. You should be very proud of yourself. This is very brave and bold, and I see you. Also, Jase calls out that Josh's actions and choices are not the actions of a believer, that he made poor decisions, and that he defamed my Lord and Savior's name. Those are huge statements, especially in this circle, and that's why I want to just call it out that while it may seem kind of generic or just basic in general to the public, this is not a basic statement by Jase. This is huge. To say to the public that Josh's actions have affected Anna and their 7 children and their family as a whole, that also is breaking with the cult indoctrination of you maintain this united front, you put on a smile no matter how hard life is, no matter what happens, you always keep up this front and portray that all is well with you in order to honor God. So Jase is authentically telling the truth that no, this is really hard. This has affected everyone. And again, Jase, that is incredible. Way to be a truth teller. So proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. I also wanted to just mention a few of the things that could result because of Jase making this kind of statement in the cult. It's possible that if it hasn't already happened, that Jim Bob could cut him off financially, that Jim Bob might not allow Jase at the big house. If he lives at the big house or in one of Jim Bob's properties, it's possible that Jim Bob would kick him out and call him a rebellious kid and an estranged kid, and that is very possible, using the term prodigal son for this kind of statement. So Jase could be facing that kind of thing. Also, it's possible that Jim Bob cuts off not only Jase being allowed at the big house, or specifically allowed at the big house if Jim Bob is not there, It's possible that Jase's contact with the minor children still under Jim Bob's roof will be extremely limited, if not cut off completely, which is very typical when an adult child makes a stand against the patriarch in any way, or just exerts independence, which is very normal. Jase, I just want to take a moment and say I believe you. I stand with you. Many others do too. You matter. And thank you so much for sharing this with us and for speaking truth. Thanks so much for listening to Out of the Shadows with Mary Murphy. I'll see you next time. Ciao.